Good morning. We are live on our Facebook page. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. Good start to your day. All month we are talking about desire, goal setting, goal achievement, staying on track, and really defining the way you want to live. There are questions you need to ask yourself on this process. What is it that you really want? What is it that you really desire? Where would you like to be at in a year from now? 3 years? 6 years? Because that's what's coming, and that's the truth. One thing we can never change is that reality around you is changing. The question is, and truly the only question you need to figure out is what you want to do with the time that you have. How do you want to live? How do you want to experience life? Now, all month we're going to be touching different areas of this process, of the evolution of consciousness, your evolution. There's only one way. The only thing that you can change is you. The only thing that you can distinguish and move forward into time to experience is your own thoughts, your own ideas, deciding that I'm worthy and I'm ready to take on the life that I deserve. And it's really about going inside. It's really about sitting down with a sheet of paper, clean sheet of paper, and deciding that you're going to design and create your own life. And that's really how you get started. Look around. Look around all the circumstances. Look at the results that you have. And clearly understand it's not fixed, and that this too will pass. That all things will pass. The question is, what comes after the thing that you see passes? What comes after the things that you see now passes? Well, this is the key to success. And it's about knowing what's coming. And if you're not imagining it, you're not designing it yourself, creating it yourself, the chances are more of the same is going to keep coming. More of the same will keep coming because you haven't intervened. You have not taken the largest task in mankind, and that's the introduction of the personal factor. The largest task is deciding to intervene, to intentionally intervene into your own thought and tell your body what to do. Tell your body what's going. To take control of the mind and decide how you would like to rearrange the things themselves. Some of you may be thinking, well, I don't think that's true and I don't think that's possible. And the truth of that is that you're correct. Because a man is whatever he thinks. That's right. A man is whatever he thinks. A man is what he is. A woman is what she is. Between her hat and her boots, it's her mind. And whatever they think is possible is what they do. And if they don't, they won't. When you start to think it's possible, you'll start to write down and design. You'll start to decide, define how it is that you truly want to cooperate with life. Life is living intelligence, fulfilling experiences. Living life, living intelligence, fulfilling experiences. And we go backwards on that. It's experiences fulfilled. Experiences fulfilled. Experiences fulfilling. It never stops. The only time it stops is the moment you're off to another place, and the body stays here. immediately begins to disintegrate and it disappears back to nothing. So experiences, fulfilling experiences. The trigger here, living's got it right. Living is primal substance just giving forth what it is. Living, feeling, and experiences are all perfect. They work perfectly, but they cannot work without the intelligence. This is the key. You see, you are all you've got, all you'll ever have. You, life, living. And if I take the intellect, if I take the intelligence out of it, living fulfillment, living fulfilling experiences, fulfilling life. Either way you go about this, the only thing that you could have, the only thing that you could miss, and the only thing that you could ever change in the process to create a process was intelligence. And that's what you have to work on. I see people all around the world wanting a better life. They're scared to change their intelligence. Some of them are even scared or on the belief track that they can't change the intelligence that they have. They don't believe they're smart enough or intelligent enough, capable enough. And I'm here to tell you, none of that matters. It's about being aware. Awareness is how you change. How can you break out of a prison you don't even know you're in? How do you advance something that you don't know how to advance? There's only one way. You've got to upgrade. There's only one upgrade. You've got to go beyond what you know. The problem is not what you don't know. It's holding you back. Really think about it. How many times have you tried something or you think you're going to try something, you don't do it? A lot of times we miss life, not even understanding life, not understanding the mind, the psychology behind the mind, why you do what you do. You're not going into the unknown because you don't know how to do that. It's what you know that is the problem. It's not what you don't know, it's what you know that's holding you back. You're afraid to change what you know. That's the resistance. That's your programming. Those are your paradigms. That's why some people can do things that you can't. They may not be programmed in certain areas as you. So here you may find somebody going, start working towards an idea when you won't. You might find somebody working towards this or that or the other. But one defining factor, you'll find everybody, they all get stuck. If somebody else feels worthy enough to go try something else, maybe they go experience that. Not too much more. If you really go around looking at everybody more or less lives the same. It's rare that somebody goes out and does 10 times, 20 times, 100 times what they would have ever have done. It's not normal. And you're not normal. That's why you're looking at this. You want more out of life. You don't want to be normal anymore. You don't want to keep getting the same experiences, live in the same manner, seeing the same things over and over again. If you're seeing that, that's because you're becoming more aware. There's a lot of people that don't even get that far. They're not aware that they're living the same days over and over again. They're not aware that as they begin to work towards going further than what they've ever been, something pulls them back in. They're not aware that as soon as they earn more money, something takes it away. They're not aware that there's this invisible thing that almost tries to waver you every time you're trying to go beyond, accomplish more, achieve more, have more. Trying to go beyond relationships, trying to go beyond the amount of money you've ever earned. But if you're aware of these things and you're noticing them, it's because your awareness is shifting. And awareness is the key to growth. because it makes you aware. You could even say that there's a game going on. It makes you aware that something in your mindset, something in your life is not right. And it's also peculiar. We teach goals. We teach people how to set goals and achieve goals. And through that process, they grow. And if you notice, every time you're trying to go beyond, you're trying to set a goal. Every time you're trying to achieve more, you're going towards something. And that's a key. But also you notice that there's something that pulls you back in. That's the programming. That's what you know. And what you know is taking you as far as you can go. Goals are not to get there, to grow. It's who you're becoming along the way. I found what I was looking for because I set that as my goal. I found this information that I've been studying for years. Because I wanted to be somebody totally different. Because I wanted to build multiple companies. I wanted to earn millions of dollars. I wanted to help people advance. I wanted to have companies that were global. Now I'm experiencing those things now, not on accident. But the truth of the matter, I would have never have received all the ideas on how to do what I'm doing today if that wouldn't have been the goal. There's a lot of people they mistaken the process. They don't understand the process, and they don't understand creation. They don't understand the law of vibration. They don't understand the law of attraction. Attraction is just secondary law. It's one principle, vibration, attraction. Because I set this vision and this goal for myself. Because I had this vision and goal, and it was given to me. And I embraced the goal. And I made it one with me. With the sequence of events, because they had to come now, by law, because I accepted the gift, I accepted the revelation, I accepted my vision, my purpose in life, because I was looking for it to begin with. I found, and because I found and I accepted, I consented to make it real. By law, the universal intelligence guided me along the way. It showed me things that I had to do that I would have never have done before. It gave me the understanding that I would have to go through. It put me in positions that I would have to learn so that I may adapt. Now, when I say so that I may adapt, I'm not talking about circumstances out there. So that I may adapt and change something in me. That's where a lot of people get this so wrong. You think you've got to go change the world. The truth is, you just have to change you. So many people think they have to go out there and change the world. But the truth was, you got to change you. I've worked with a lot of people. I've helped a lot of people. I've traveled the world to be around men and women that are successful, highly successful, businessmen, businesswomen. I travel the world every year to gather around with these businessmen, businesswomen several times a year, because it's the only time that I would be around so many people that were really winning all at one time. Really winning, really changing things up, really growing and impacting people. And they done the same thing. They worked on themselves, each and every one of them. And a lot of them came from nothing. Actually, the truth of it is all of them came from nothing. They became something. We all come from nothing. We look at this body is just plastic. It's a machine, it's a vehicle for consciousness to operate. That's the truth. We are spiritual beings experiencing a physical reality. A lot of people have that backwards too. They're already spiritual. And they keep saying, I want to get closer to Spirit, I want to get closer to Spirit, I want to get closer to Spirit, I want to be spiritual. I want a spiritual awakening. Well, you've got to go inside. Spirit, you are spiritual. And you're living in a body. You don't say am hand, am foot. You say I. You don't say am hand, am foot, move. No, you say I have a hand, I have a foot, I want this, I want that. You miss the fact that this body is just not just a pile, a dead pile. It has consciousness in it. It has power in it. What you missed was that the power is you. What you missed is that your intelligence is what's creating reality. Your intelligence moves the hand. There could be no other way. It's mind in hand. That means your mind has to control what your hand does. Your mind must tell where the foot to go. Your mind must decide it's worthy of taking on the goal that you decided in the first place. And then you got to get up and go and do it. Otherwise, life remains the same because your intelligence hasn't changed. If we fail to realize the governing factor that has made you, if we fail to realize who I am is, we miss life. Zach, are you able to pull this up? I want you to really think about this. Life. Life. It's a process. We look at life. A lot of times, through a bubble, we get life. A lot of times we come into a physical world. We came in from where? From dad and mom. And here at this point, we took on their information. And here we have the nucleus of you. This information are programs. Coding. Really understand this, coding. This is the reason you look like your family members, DNA. In this coding, it set up a chain of events for you. The truth of the matter is that this coding in these programs and then the conditioning around you, the people you were raised around, coded them, programmed them. We've got genetic coding, genetic programs in us, and then we have environmental. And this has made the nucleus of you. This has created the level of intelligence that you have. What created mom and dad's information? What created them? Same process. A male and a female, mom and dad, their environment. So what gave them their ideas, and where did they begin? They're beginning from the same place. So this is a process being demonstrated on both sides of the family over and over and over again. Little did we know, we just keep passing down the same genetics. Little did we know, we keep passing down the same programs. Little did we know, we keep just environmentally programming our children. People talk about brainwash. My God, it happened at inception, from 0 to 7, 0 to 8. They say normally 0 to 5. Some say 7, maybe up to 8. You're getting programmed. You're being inundated with all of their ideas. They're not yours. The mind is perpetual transmutation. The mind is perpetual. Transmuting. Transmutation of what? Thoughts. Thought what? Energy. Energy. The mind is perpetually transmuting ideas. The mind is perpetually transmuting what? The only thing that it can. The intelligence from where you arrived. You've done, I've done, they've done. The only thing that they could ever do is begin to what? Think as they do. Walk as they do. Talk as they do. Act as they do. You thought that you're somebody. You're not somebody. You're something. You're truly not somebody until you begin to design who you want to be. That's the truth. What you've been is somebody else's programming, somebody else's ideas, somebody else's environment. Tell me this is not true. If you'd have been born in the 1800s, that means your spirit would have entered into a body in the 1800s. In Germany, somebody would have gave you a name. Somebody would have introduced you to their religions, their ideas, their perceptions of the time. And then you would have done the only thing that you could do, accept. You couldn't reject it. Because you didn't know anything. Because you came from nothing. So you took on all of their ideas. And here, by law, comes you through time, through space, through time, fulfilling reality. But little did you know that the reality that you're seeing is being arranged by your intelligence. Why your intelligence? Because intelligence is how you think, from where you imagine. Life is living intelligence, fulfilling experiences. Therefore, you can never get away from yourself. That's why you're stuck. That's why we get stuck. That's why we don't know what to do next. That's why we don't know how to do what we don't know how to do. Because you've gone as far as your intelligence can take you. And you're just a thing experiencing life. You're just an intelligence rearranging its own intelligence over and over again. If or until you begin to design your own life. Life, living intelligence. Life is primordial substance. It gives you all it's got. Life. It gives you everything that it can give you. But you use it as you will. You. Me. It's in me. The life and the substance that gives birth to all the things. It's in me. It's in you. It's in him. It's in her. But it can do the only thing that it can do. And that is fulfill. Fulfill what? Fulfill. But it doesn't stop once. It is a continuance until you're off to another place. It is fulfilling. Continuing. Wow. Are we getting it? Are we really understanding here? Life is primordial substance. It just gives the birth to you. It gives life to you. But it's continually giving life to your intelligence. And fragmenting into reality. Falling, fragmenting, falling into fulfillment. But it doesn't stop, because the mind never stops. The mind is perpetual transmutation of thought energy. Once it was engaged with all those ideas, then the thought precedes a thought, that precedes a thought, that precedes a thought, that precedes a thought. And here we have a sequence of events, and you're fulfilling them through life. Zero to five, just do as they do, walk as they walk, talk as they talk, listen to them, understand how they do, watch what they do, look in my environment, pick more up information so that I can begin to think. And then you take all those ideas, you shake them up because you want more. Because the essential part of you wants to grow. The essential part of you desires to live. So you begin to imagine. Your awareness begins to want to expand. It wants to expand, but it takes its ideas. It takes its ideas. And it begins to want to reconfigure life. It begins to aspire. To what? To individualize itself. Your awareness wants to go up, and it wants to change, and it wants to be, it's aware that it's more. It knows it's more. Why? Because we are spiritual beings experiencing a physical reality. We are spiritual beings. Spirit came in. Spirit came in, and it wants to live. It wants to experience life. The spark of life, the divine spark, has come in. It came in to a body. It came in. Spirit, your spiritual DNA is perfect. Perfect. The intelligence you have is what you're experiencing. And I really grasped this. I knew there were no limits. I knew that all I had to do was work on the intelligence. And if I didn't, life would continue by law, perpetual transmission of thought energies. It keeps moving my thoughts along. I keep thinking and just fulfilling what? Experiences. Why? We didn't know it because that's what we decided. If you didn't want to experience a physical reality, you wouldn't be here. Physical reality is 3D, 4, 5, and then you get to the intangible. You don't see what's going on up here, but you experience what's going on down here. A lot of people have it backwards. They think they're a physical body and they want to experience spirituality. You are already a spirit and you're living in a body. Remember, you came into a world. You came into a body and you will leave a body. What we have now, inception, 0 to 5, maybe 7 or 8, this is where the subconscious mind closes. So you took on all their ideas. And if you don't rewire this, this is the starting point. And this is where your intelligence was framed up. And if you don't upgrade this framework, people rarely go beyond. They really rarely break the cycle. And then they just experience life, different points, maybe 15, 16 years old, maybe 21 years old, and they're traveling through time. But they're doing the only thing they can do. They travel through their what? intelligence, fulfilling experiences. What you were thinking about at 21 was perfect. For what? Whatever you were thinking about. The people that surrounded you. The car you drove. The amount of money you earned. To the way you lived. To the relationships you had. A fulfilling cycle. And a lot of times it's just a repetition over and over of a cycle that doesn't end. And you're trying to get out and you're trying to understand it. Well, you never understand it until you know thyself. It's you. It's your intelligence. You cannot go further than what you are. Living intelligence, fulfilling experiences. It's doing its job. And if you don't change the fulfillment, the experiences never change. Look at this. If you do not change this intelligence, primordial substance, which is life, given force, keeps doing its job. And it's just fulfilling. More of what you are. If we look at this backwards, we go backwards in time, we look at the experiences, look at results. If we go backwards in time, we look at the E, the experience, exponential, existence, everything outside of yourself. You're looking at the intelligence. And the fulfillment was done by life substance. So what's the trigger here? What's the clue? If you're not willing to upgrade and change this intelligence, if you're not willing to go beyond what this thing knows, again, the problem is not what you don't know. What you don't know, my God, would set you free. What you don't know would set you free. But you're scared to go there into the unknown. You're scared to go into the unknown. But this is what would set you free. Why are you so scared to go to the unknown? Because this is what you know. And this is what has created you. What you know is what's holding you back. That conditioned mind, that conditioned way of thinking, and life takes form from it. The only thing that it could do. And what does life bring? As this intelligence works through you, it does the only thing that it can do. It attracts its outer ring. And the outer ring are the people that surround you, the places, the plots, and the circumstances. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. We teach these classes on purpose to teach people how to rewrite the program, how to rewrite their intelligence, how to release the genius. But you have to decide to go beyond what you are. Spiritual intelligence has always been knocking on your door. And it's always been telling you, you know you're more. You know that you can be more. And it's been touching your heart over and over and over again. It's the thing that pushes you to run faster, jump higher. to go look for more advice, to go look for more things, to understand more things. It's the thing always telling you that there's something wrong here, that you know that you're something more. It's telling you you're not that. You're living a lie. And you got us stuck. What is it? The intelligence. We don't get what we want, we get what we are. Going back to the child, what's helped me so much that I knew I was spirit in a body. 3 years old, I knew I was spirit in a body. I kept going back to that little child that knew he was spiritual. Therefore, he knew he didn't come from this time or this place. Therefore, he knew that he had come to a place. Therefore, I was able to rewrite my intelligence. I've been rewriting this intelligence over and over and over, shifting reality. This is how to live a creative lifestyle, how to go beyond. You've got to go beyond yourself. You've got to be willing to disrupt yourself. You've got to be willing to give yourself a command and do it. This life-fulfilling experiences doesn't end. And when it does, you're just off to another place. You can never get outside of yourself. Maybe you'd get to 100. Maybe you get to 144 years of age. But there'll become a time when you will no longer be the body. You're going to go back to being what you were. That's what you may remember. That you may remember. Your spiritual essence is perfect. Why not remember it while you're here? Why not understand your mind? Understand that your spiritual intelligence. Recondition the intelligence. Rewire to refire and rewire new intelligence. New. Something entirely new. New intelligence. This is what is this? Infinite intelligence. My God. Einstein went here to release the genius that came down. He would come up here into the nothing for ideas and would come down here and hit the crane of his head. And then, I've got an idea. How did he get the idea? What is genius? Genius is somebody that goes beyond, the common ideas of the era. Genius is looked upon as somebody that has gone beyond the intelligence of the common way of thinking. Wow. So you mean to tell me the only way I've got to release more genius is to go beyond the common thread of thinking of the common people around me? Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. That means that awareness is going beyond the status quo. That awareness is going beyond what they know. How did he go there? Well, he used his imagination. How did Einstein come up with these ideas to infinite intelligence? How did Edison illuminate the world? They went beyond what everyone around them knew. Everyone has the gift. You're rejecting your perfection because you don't want to think. And thinking is imagining. And thinking is the hardest thing that people will ever do. Watch around and look. They don't think. Thinking means imagining. A lot of people say, I think. I'm thinking right now. No. You're just moving thoughts around. Cat, dog, refrigerator, TV, squirrel. Thinking is a controlled thought of something that's not here. A controlled thought into a direction you've never been. That's thinking, because that means you've gone out of your intelligence to change your world. Thinking is imagining beyond your own intellect. That's thinking. That's how you break through. Einstein said Imagination was creativity, having fun. Einstein also said that the field controls the particle. The field. Not the other way around. He didn't say that the particle controls the field. He said the field controls the particle. This is where you clearly have to understand. You do not see your ideas, you see the expression of your ideas. When you're thinking, it's in the nothing, it's in the field. But that's what you're not monitoring. And then you just go and act out. We're teaching this information every day on purpose. To become more aware. To change the way you think. So that you may alter the paradigm. You may alter the sequence of events. We teach this all week long. And we teach Saturdays, we teach our Business Matrix Creator's Lifestyle. 2 different programs. Fit whatever it is that you desire to create in life. If you want to change, you don't change the outside world. If you want to change the world, you don't change the outside world. You first have to change you. Your intelligence is just fulfilling its intelligence. Intelligence is just fulfilling its own intelligence. Intelligence is just fulfilling experiences from its intelligence. Now we're getting a better understanding. Grow? You want to change the cycle? You got to get so emotionally involved that you're going to tell the body what to do. You got to get so emotionally involved, you're going to have to tell the body what to do. And if you're like the majority of the people, 97, 98% of people, the body tells you what to do. Because that's your intelligence. The body has already been so programmed to its intelligence, to its ideas. It tells spirit what to do. That's why you keep saying you want to be more spiritual. Because you're actually understanding that your program, that your intellect is telling spirit what to do, and you don't like it. You don't know how to control it. This is where awareness of a higher order must be established. You got to be so spiritual that you start to tell the body what to do. You start to tell the intelligence in that body where it's going and what it's going to do from now on. You've got to be so aware of yourself that you start to monitor the intelligence that's been fabricating your reality. And it's rare that you'll find somebody that's doing that. But it can be done. It can be done. We can truly live happy. We can truly live happier. We can truly change what we are. But the very first thing in all this is you have to first decide. Decide that I'm worthy of the change. Make a committed decision that you're going to enter into these classes on purpose. Something changed in me many years ago. For all of my lifetime, I was looking for what I was here to do, what I was here to experience, what was my divine purpose. And I found it because I was looking for it. I found the purpose of life because I was looking for the purpose of life. I found this information because I was looking for this information. We're teaching this information because there was a plan to teach this information, to educate people, to give them an understanding that they're more than what they think they are. And to give them the opportunity to advance as they decide, as they will. A lot of people think the will is just forcing something. The will was your ability to sustain images, to control them to those definite ends. The will was your choice. to select the images. But you just keep selecting your intelligence. You just keep selecting your intelligence. There's another way. There's another way. I'm inviting you guys, whoever's on Facebook, send me a message. Do it on purpose. Don't send a message, just tell me hi. Send me a message, I'm ready for change. I've got a lot of people that send me messages all the time. I have people that help look through messages because there's so many messages. But don't just send me a message, say hi. If you really want change, tell me I'm ready for change. We can get you started. Again, remember, the intelligence is going to tell you, I can't do that. You got to be aware. The intelligence is going to say, I don't know how to do that. I don't think I can do that. I don't know if I'm worthy of more. I don't know if I can be more. I already know what it's going to tell you because that's what the program was meant to do. It's meant to keep you safe, to conform, to not stretch. And the higher side of your personality is spiritual. It's the thing that's always aching you to be more and have more. So I know which part of the personality I'm speaking to whenever I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to your heart, your spiritual side of you. Make a decision. Make it now. You're not going back. Make a decision that 2023 is going to be a whole new world, a whole new year. And you can do that by getting started. It worked for me. It's worked for millions of others. And it can work for you. You have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone. Everyone is participating in this. Everyone is watching this. And if you're watching this, share it. Share it now. Just put it on your page. The more people we can get this in front of, the more people we can help. The more people we can help, that's how we change the world. We do it from the inside out, but we do it by enlightening people, by sharing information. Share information that's worthy of you, worthy for you, for others. Have a blessed day.